A'udzubillahiminasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, I would like to thank to my lecturer, uh, Adam Maslina binti Muhammad, to give me a chance to present about merger and acquisition, which is the company that I will choose is PepsiCo. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Nur Aiman bin Cik Kamarudin. I am from subject corporate finance and my metric number is PPB 20029. Before I go for my presentation in this video, I would like to share the content that I will talk in this video. First, introduction. Number two, merger and acquisition. Number three, the main reason. Number four, advantage of merger activity. Number five, how sometimes the ultimate goal is not achieved. Number six, example of recent M&A activity that has been successful in the world. Number seven, conclusion. And number eight, reference. Number one, introduction. A, mergers occur when two companies join force happen between two businesses that are about the same size and which recognize advantage the other offers in terms of increasing sales, efficiency, and capabilities. The terms of the merger are often fairly friendly and mutually agree to, and the two companies become equal partners in the new venture. Number B, acquisition occur when two company buys another company and folds it into its operation. Sometimes the purchase is friendly and sometimes it is hostile, depending on whether the company being acquired believes it is better off as an operating unit of a larger venture. So A and B is which is merger and acquisition. Now we go to point of mergers and acquisitions, which is M&A. Involve the process of combining two companies into two. The goal of combining two or more business is to try and achieve synergy when the whole new company is greater than the sum of parts the former two separate entitled. Okay, number two, merger and acquisition. In 1965, PepsiCo was born out of a merger between Pepsi Cola and snack food company, which is Frito-Lay, and from that, these two company became a global leader, providing packaged food, snacks, and beverage with a market capitalization of 164.2 billion US dollar. More than 50 years after 1965, Pepsi has used acquisitions to popular brands including potato chips brands such as Doritos, Fritos, Lay's, Ruffles, and Tostitos, Cap Crunch, and Life cereal brands, Quaker Chewy, granola bars, and soft drink brands such as 7 Up, Grenade, dan Mountain Dew. In 1961, Frito-Lay merger between the manufacturer of Frito corn chips and the snack foods delivery company, which led by Herman W. Lay at that time. 4 years later, after 1961, the company merged with Pepsi Cola to form PepsiCo. From that day, Pepsi will be known as more than just a beverage company. Under PepsiCo's ownership during the past 55 years, Frito-Lay has grown dramatically in size to become Pepsi's biggest profit producer by far. In, in fiscal years FY 2019, Frito-Lay North America account for 45% of operating profit, more than double any other division. The share may be large because that number does not include international sales. Okay, number three, the main reason. Number one, to expand its business and constructing a large portfolio of popular brands. For example, Pepsi has used acquisitions to popular brands including potato chip brands such as Doritos, Fritos, and many more. Number two, to grow the company. For example, under PepsiCo's ownership during the past 55 years, Frito-Lay has grown dramatically in size to become Pepsi's biggest profit producer by far. And number three, to show a new image. 4 years later, after 1961, Frito-Lay merged with Pepsi Cola to form PepsiCo. From that day, Pepsi would be known as more than just a beverage company. Number four, advantage of merger activity. Number one, increasing capabilities. Increased capabilities may come from expanded research and development opportunities or more robust manufacturing operations, or any range or core competencies a company wants to increase. Similarly, company may want to combine to leverage costly manufacturing operating, as was the hope for Gus in the acquisition of Volvo by Ford. Number two, diversifying product or service. Another reason for merging companies is to complement a current product or service. Two firms may be able to combine their product or service to gain a competitive edge over others in the market price. For example, in 2008, HP brought EDS to strengthen the service side of their technology offering, which this day was valued at about US dollar 13.9 billions. And number three, to replacing leadership. In a private company, the company may need to merge or be acquired if the current owner can identify someone within the company to succeed them. The owner may also wish to cash out to invest their money to something else, such as retirement. Number five, how sometimes the ultimate goal is not achieved. Number one, overpaying. Most attractive target companies operate under the assumptions that everything is for sale at the right place. This effectively translates to the business is always for sale when a buyer is willing to overpay. Number two, lack of management involvement. No stage of the M&A process will manage itself, be it the search of for a suitable target firm to the integration of the two firms into the newly formed entity. When managers deem other tasks in their company to be more important than the successful implementation of M&A, they should not be surprised when their deal has eventually them a failure. And number three, lack of a strategic plan. That is, without a good motive of a transaction, it doomed to failure from the outset. Academic literature of on M&A is replete with study of manager engaging in empire building through M&A and research into how hubris is a common trend in M&A. Number six, example of recent M&A activity that has been successful in the world. So there are five that I will and get collect from my research. Number one, Vodafone and management in 1999, which get profit of 202.8 billion US dollar. And number two, AOL and Time Warner in 2000, which they get profit about 182 billion US dollar. Number three, Verizon and Vodafone in 2013, which they get profit around 130 billion US dollar. Number four, Heinz and Kraft merger in 2015, which they get profit around 100 billion US dollar. And number five, Royal Dutch Petroleum and Shell in 2004, which they get profit around 95 billion US dollar. And number seven, conclusion. Finally, as the world's top beverage and food company, consumer trust is unquestionably the foundation of the company's reputation and sustainability. Issue of consumer rights, safety, and so on will be crucial and must be addressed with a sense of responsibility, ethics, and transparency. The more people trust a brand, the more vulnerable, vulnerable, vulnerable and sensitive their tolerance for falsehoods and false becomes. So that's for my presentation for this video. I would like to apologize if I make more mistake in this video. And for my presentation, I would like to thanks to people who hear and watch my presentation video. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.